So I was debating whether or not I was going to record the first day of school, but I'm going to go ahead and record this just in case because I don't want to regret it later if I really did want to record the first day of school. So it is now specials time. I got to school what I consider late, and so far, let me walk you through what we've done so far. So with the first day of school being on a Tuesday, I was a bit overwhelmed, but I went ahead and did a PowerPoint. So they came in and they saw this, okay? Today is Try Everything Tuesday, so the Zootopia song, Try Everything, just played in the background while they watched this. We went over our morning message. We greeted 5 friends. We did a little share. We did this activity just to get their bodies up, moving. We went over our feelings. Our affirmation today was I am smart. That's the one they chose. We went over the calendar. We went over the days in school, 10 frame, tally mark. We went over subitizing. This was all part of morning meeting. We played the game. When you click this, it goes to roll of the dice game. I started phonics a little bit early, and then I wasn't prepared to do the whole thing. So we just did the review of the letters and sounds. We got here and we played the name game. And then after we played the name game, I let them work in their packets for about 10 minutes. And I'm thinking that when they come back from specials, is read aloud and then lunch. And then we go to recess. So I'm thinking I'll let them do some more work in their packet for writing, and then I'll get ready for math. I completely skipped handwriting, and our social studies was just talking about our school-wide behavior program, and during this time we practiced hallway pride. All right, day 2 done, and I have done something to my board. It's not touch screen anymore. I don't know what I did to it, so I'm gonna have to send an email about that because it's not touch screen. Maybe I need to restart. Let's do that. Let's restart and see what happens, because they had to update it so that my document camera worked with my new desktop, because we didn't have desktops last year in addition to our laptops. Anyway, let's run this back. So it's the end of the second day of school. It is Wednesday, August 2nd, and the kids they're getting the systems and routines pretty well. I'm actually very proud of them. I do have a couple of friends who have some tricky behaviors that I'm going to have to do some deep diving with, but other than that, you know, today was a pretty good day. I don't feel as exhausted as I did yesterday. So that's good. And my throat is not hurting. So that's good too. So I'll just walk you through what we did. When chords and things fall in here, I get nervous because I think someone's in here with me that shouldn't be, even though I know they're not. So following our schedule, we did morning meeting. For phonics, we finished, we just reviewed some letters and sounds again this morning. So just doing the first part of lesson 1 from the district. We did a brain break. I started using my timers today, as you can see, so that we could kind of try to stay on track with the scheduled time. For handwriting today, I showed them the posture song and getting ready to write. So we will incorporate that tomorrow with the pencil grip song, and I will try to remember to set up so that I can record. We did no social studies today. Snack. I showed you what we did for reading today. So for reading, we reviewed first grade jitters, and we reviewed the character, the setting, the problem, and the solution. And then they had to draw it. We were going to do the writing part together. The story is about Aiden. The story takes place at his house. They're important events for the story, and the story ends when. But as I stated a little earlier, my document camera was not connected to the desktop. It was still connected to this little block right here. And this long cord is for my laptop, which is what we had last year. So our media specialist came down and she installed the application on here for the document camera. However, now my touchscreen function on my smart board is not working correctly. So I just restarted the computer to see if we could try to figure that out at some point. So we did that for reading today. Tomorrow we're going to practice building our reading stamina, where we are reading silently just so they can be ready to use the library center, because I'm going to start introducing all of the centers starting mid next week. And we didn't get to do the writing portion. We're probably not gonna do the writing portion. It's totally fine. And then they went to PE today. That was our special today. For read aloud, we started Chrysanthemum. Let me show you. So today we identified some characters and the setting, and we also identified the problem, but we didn't get to the beginning, middle, and end. So we didn't get to the sequencing part yet. We'll do the sequencing tomorrow, and then we'll do the sequencing activity. So we have this, and I also introduced them to these anchor charts. So the character, the people, animals, or objects the story is about, and then the setting anchor chart. Yes. So go ahead and finish cutting out.
Well, this is already gluing.
Make sure you flip this over, okay?
I'll push them right off.
The fifth one goes on the tongue. Oh, friend, you didn't follow directions, love. We're not cutting our pink paper out yet. All we did was cut our white squares, and then we started gluing here. Got it?
Well, we started doing those.
We're going to do that part together, love. Week 1. I'm sorry. Week 2, day 1, done. Okay, so let me walk you through what we did today. Today we practiced one of our groups. So I had this on the board. We went over what working quietly and being on task meant. And then our focus today was what are our library reading expectations. So we practiced building our reading stamina. First, they had to read silently at their tables for 2 minutes. And then we practiced what to do when we hear the cleanup song. And then they had to do 5 minutes. So as you can see, we colored in our reading stamina poster. We had to do 5 minutes twice because the first time, after about 2.5 minutes, friends were talking, they were trying to switch books, and we had to go over the proper routine for getting a new book. So that's what we did. And I have some clips that will be inserted right here. Then in math, I think I have some clips of this, but in math, we did a graph of our class birthdays. We had already done a tally chart, so we did a picture graph today, just talking about the difference between a tally graph and a picture graph and showing them the difference. And then we did some vocabulary with sorting and the word category, so making different categories. So in math, after we did the birthday graph and talked about the difference between tally graph and picture graph, we sorted into categories. So we sorted some shapes into 0 sides, no sides. We called our labels categories, and we talked about the vocabulary. Then I did different categories where they had to sort themselves. So shoestrings, no shoestrings, pants versus shorts, girls versus boys, long hair versus short hair, short sleeves, long sleeves. So we did that, and then we had a birthday to celebrate in class today, so that's how we ended our day.